Hello everyone, this is Colin once again. Rex, go get some chicken wings for this one. Okay, so we're going to talk about the next section of the Gospel of Matthew. This is chapter 2, verses 18. Well, actually, it'd be better to start with probably verse 16, which reads as this. When Herod realized that he had been outwitted by the Magi, he was furious and gave orders to kill all the boys in Bethlehem and its vicinity who were 2 years old and under, in accordance with the time he had learned from the Magi. Then what was said through the prophet Jeremiah was fulfilled. A voice is heard in Ramah, weeping and great mourning, Rachel weeping for her children, and refused to be comforted because they are no more. Now, this happens right as Christ returns. This is a parallel with the Out of Egypt video. And according to Matthew, Herod slaughters all of the children in Bethlehem. They're 2 years old or younger, and he does this because he wants to kill the Messiah. Now, there are two questions that need to be asked here. One that needs to be asked is, what is the context of the verse 18 about what was fulfilled in this prophecy regarding the weeping of Rachel? Well, you can find this verse in the context in Jeremiah chapter 31, more precisely 31:15. But what's interesting is that, Matthew only quoted a particular verse. Now, he quoted the Greek Septuagint again. He did not quote the Hebrew text correctly, but we won't hold that against him. But we will continue with the verse, however, because in the context, this is blatantly talking about the same subject. Verse 15 does say, "Thus said the Lord, a cry is heard in Ramah, wailing, bitter weeping, Rachel weeping for her children. She refuses to be comforted for her children who are gone." Now, if Matthew continued, he would have read the following. "Thus said the Lord, restrain your voice from weeping, your eyes from shedding tears, for there is reward for your labor, declares the Lord. They shall return from the land, from the enemy's land. And there is hope for your future, declares the Lord. Your children shall return to their country." Now, one has to pause for a second and ask the question of what is being discussed here. What is God, through Jeremiah, the prophet Jeremiah, saying here? He is referring to the exile. He's referring to the exiles that were occurring to the Jewish people, and it is a direct reference to the Lord God saying to comfort the mothers who are grieving because their children have been taken away, and they shall return. They shall return to their country after the exile. That is what is being referenced here. This really has nothing to do with the children of Bethlehem being slaughtered, because in the verse, Bethlehem is not even mentioned by name, let alone, even, let's pretend hypothetically for a second that Bethlehem was mentioned. What is this business of them being taken away and then returning to their country? The children of Bethlehem were not kidnapped, they were slaughtered in their country. So this really, put up next to the way Matthew takes it out of context, has no parallel. That is the argument here. Now, another question needs to be asked. Let's see here. Flavius Josephus, who was the famous historian of his time, he recorded the actions of King Herod. And King Herod did many wicked deeds. He did many horrible atrocities during his reign. He was not the best ruler on the planet. But one thing that Flavius Josephus never records in his entire historical account of King Herod's reign is the genocide of the children of Bethlehem. The genocide of the children of Bethlehem cannot be found in any historical writing that is contemporary to the reign of King Herod. Now, this is an argument, and if anyone would like to produce the historical facts, that's great. But for right now, to my knowledge, Flavius Josephus did not record any such slaughtering of the children of Bethlehem. This is not a historical record. There's no historical recording of King Herod ordering the genocide of the entire children of Bethlehem. So this is where we're going to conclude this video, and thank you for watching. Peace be with you all.